Hello, your friendly neighborhood Morissa Schwartz here with some great writing advice for all of you, because I get so many questions from new authors and from established authors kind of asking the same stuff, which is funny. They have the same doubts and the same questions, whether it's writer's block or coming up with new ideas or how to get new audiences. I get the same types of questions all the time. So I'm here to answer those in video format, and I'm coming to you live from my nerd office. This is an ambiverted nerd stream. You have your tech over here, your various things showing up at once. It's great. This way I can answer your questions more speedily. It's wonderful. I have my knickknacks, my superhero themed knickknacks, literature themed knickknacks, you name it. I got nerdy knickknacks. That's the bottom line here. So this is your beautiful background that you get to see while I talk to you. The advice I'm going to give today comes in the form of not being afraid of your writing. You know, some people will say you need that perfect opening line to bring your reader in, and that's what the future of your writing depends on. Others will tell you you need to diagram your book before you write it. You should make a big chart and just outline everything. And that's what the outcome of the success of your book will depend on. Others will tell you that you need to just write 500 words every day, no more, no less, because Stephen King does that. So you should write 500 words every single day on a schedule, and that's how you write a book. Well, all of those pieces of advice work for some people. For others, it just doesn't jive. And that's why I say be not afraid in your writing, because we all have different styles. As for the perfect first line of a book, yes, it is important to have a great first line in your book, but it's also important for every line of your book to be great, and to focus so much attention on just that first line and think that that is what the success of your book depends on is just sadly mistaken. Your first line should be great, but if you focus so much on your first line and less on your other lines, your writing it's not going to shine as much as it should. You should give attention to all your lines of your book, which brings me to my next point, which is diagramming your book. As George R.R. Martin put it, there are two types of writers. There are planters and there are architects. Planters will just put a bunch of seeds around and see where their plot grows, whereas architects, they carefully diagram out their book. They have everything planned before they even write it. I fall into the planter category. I kind of just go where my writing takes me. I start writing my draft and I just go through it. Sometimes I'll write little post-it notes so I remember an idea that I have and then I could write that later. But there's no diagram or strict outline that I follow, because my editing process is just as rigorous as my writing process, and there are so many writers like me who do that. But there's nothing wrong with outlining your book. It's just it won't work for everybody. We all have different personality types, just as we all have different writing styles. And as for the 500 words a day thing, it's great if you have a routine and that if you are motivated enough to write 500 words. But I know even myself, some days you're just tired. You just don't feel like writing. So if you write 50 words that day, that's an accomplishment. Other days, I am so obsessed with my writing that I can't stop, that I might just write 5,000 words. And there's nothing wrong with that either. But if you make yourself write 500 words every day, you risk getting burnt out, and it takes the fun out of writing. Writing really is supposed to be fun. I know that, you know, it is a job, but it's also an art. And when you take the fun and the art out of it by making it so cold and just routine and overly organized, that negates the whole purpose. So I hope that this advice helps you be a little bit more fearless with your writing, or how you organize the way that you write. You know, I think that these guidelines scare writers. They feel like, if I'm not doing this certain thing, my writing isn't going to be good, I'm never going to get published. And that's not true. There are so many different styles and different ways that you can write and that you can still get published. You can read advice like this and a lot more advice in my book, Writing for the New Generation. It's my guidebook to writing. It has everything. It has advice like what I just gave. It has, you know, advice for our modern world, like how to promote on social media. It has advice for thinking up different ideas. It's every stage of writing. this book is available for Kindle Unlimited subscribers for free. It's available on Amazon. It's available through my company, GenZ Publishing. Our website is genzpublishing.org. And if you have any more questions, send them my way. I love answering them. But please check out genzpublishing.org. We have so many books from so many talented writers coming out, and I'm super excited about everything that we're doing at GenZ Publishing. You can also check out my website, morissaschwartz.com, see some of the writing stuff that I'm up to, and I have a number of different projects going on that maybe you want to be involved in too. So thank you so much for watching, and you have a super terrific day.